Okay, thank you everyone. A little bit about me as a presenter. So I've been working for BTC. Actually, that's probably a little bit dated now. Probably coming on 6 years, working with businesses to maximize efficiency through software. And I work within the sales team of BTC Software. So for our agenda, we're going to have a little bit of a welcome and about us section. I noticed that there's a few names I do recognize that are existing customers of BTC Software, but also some that I don't. So for those of you who maybe are coming across to us for the first time, haven't heard too much about us, we're going to give you a little bit of information in terms of who we are as a company, our ethos, etc. We're going to do a quick demonstration. We've only got 45 minutes for today's webinar. So the demonstration is going to be pretty much a highlight session of areas of the software which will save you time and money. We've got what we offer in terms of the services that we provide, and then what we provide around those services, which would include things like support, training, things like that. And then if you do have any questions, please do use that questions box on the GoToWebinar panel. And we should have some time for questions and answers at the end if we have any. So for those of you who haven't heard of BTC Software, here's a little company history. We were founded initially in 1999, specializing in corporation tax. Following that, we added our self-assessment and practice management modules. And then in 2014, we released our accounts production, which kind of formed the final piece of the puzzle in terms of having an integrated solution suite, which covers a lot of accountants' compliance needs. We have around 2,500 practices reliant on our software and 1,000 accountants in business, which was actually dramatically increased with the introduction of MTD for VAT. We offer a solution for businesses to file their VAT returns as well as accountants, and that will be the same for Making Tax Digital for ITSA as well. That equates to around 15,000 users of our software. We're all UK based, including our support team. And yeah, we're proud of the fact that we've picked up multiple Accounting Web Software Excellence Awards. So we have a split between accountants in practice and accountants in business. Around 70% of our customers are practices and around 30% are businesses. And we'll jump straight into the BTC software demo. So typically the areas of the software that are, we believe, going to save you time and money is going to be a lot through integration. So that's what we're going to be focusing on for today's webinar demonstration. So there are various areas of the software which include integration. I mean, the first one pretty much comes on the home screen where you can see we've got an integration with Companies House. So in terms of importing client data into BTC software, if you're not an existing customer already, our support team offer a data migration free of charge. So we can take across all of your standing client data, things like names, addresses, UTRs, telephone numbers, but we can actually import as well for existing clients or even onboarding new ones. You can use the Companies House search. So if I search for something like a company name or number, for example, BTC Software, I can populate the information held within Companies House into my details page. So that's kind of a key area of integration that we offer that will hopefully save you time and money. In addition to that, we have the folders tab, where you can scan documents directly into our software using the link to a printer, whether that's you've got one plugged in or it's a kind of a Bluetooth connection. Moving towards that paperless office, you can scan in things like copies of invoices, other bits and pieces. You can move in existing documents or even whole folders. And when you bring a document into here with document management, you've got several different options. So you can edit it, you can email it, or we actually integrate with several different companies. You've got MyDocSave, DocuSign, or Pixie. And the integration that we have with those companies is that you can take any document directly from our software and then send it through a secure portal, all in line with GDPR. So that could be a set of accounts, it could be a tax return, or it could be a document that you've included within this particular folder here. We also have integration with bookkeeping packages. So if I open up a set of year-end accounts, we integrate with several different bookkeeping packages. Those include Xero, QuickBooks, Reckon One, and Free Agent. So for example, if I go to my extended trial balance, we have the trial balance import available, where you can import a trial balance from any of those different bookkeeping packages mentioned, or even if you're importing a bookkeeping package from a spreadsheet that you're receiving from a client, again, that's another way of saving time as opposed to having to manually key that in. What we've actually found is during studies of timings of how long it takes to fill out a manual extended trial balance, we found it saves 15 minutes to import it as opposed to manually copying a trial balance from a spreadsheet over, or even manually keying in a trial balance where you could be importing from a bookkeeping package. So if I'm using something like Xero, QuickBooks, Free Agent, I've got the option to download as well as browsing for a CSV file. If you're using something like VT or spreadsheets, obviously the CSV would be the important one. But for the online bookkeeping packages, you can actually log into the package from within our software to pick up the client, the associated trial balance, and then import with a click of a button. In addition to that, we also can export journals back out into the bookkeeping package. So I've got a simple journal adjustment here of software and telephone. And if I go to print and journal export, it will recognize the fact that I've imported from Xero. I can choose upload, and then I can log into my bookkeeping package. Got this Xero two-factor authentication. Hopefully that will go through. Yep, so you can see organization data for Smith software. I can allow access. And then we can update the existing journals. And we get a nice message now to say that that journal is now successfully in Xero. So again, through the studies that we've undertaken, we're roughly calculating that it's taking 2 minutes per journal that you're having to manually add back out into the Xero package in terms of having to log back out into Xero and then copying all the journals over. With our software, you're saving 2 minutes per journal because you're just putting all of the journals back out into the bookkeeping package at once, which can include the corporation tax provision, which is kind of the next area of the time saving that I want to show you. So if I choose the small X to come out of here now, I can open up the CT return directly from within the year-end account summary. That actually automatically links the accounts production and the corporation tax programs together. And if I open up the CT Competency 600, we'll see that all the figures that we've added into the extended trial balance pull through into the tax return. So I've got some details here to do with turnover, add backs and deductions. I've got my corporation tax chargeable figure down at the bottom here. And what's nice about our software compared to others is when I check and generate up at the top, what I'm doing is I'm sending this corporation tax chargeable figure back to the accounts as opposed to having to manually key that in. So although manually keying it in maybe per client takes about 10 to 15 seconds, if you work out how many clients that you have and add that all up, that's a time saving. In addition to that, by manually keying the figures directly into the accounts production module, you're running the risk of rounding errors or manually inputting the incorrect figure. So there we go. So we get the nice message to say the year-end accounts were checked, the IXBRL file generated successfully. So now if we go back to our accounts and open up the year-end accounts, what we should see under column E, which is our corporation tax provision, as you can see, there's our figure. So we've added in that corporation tax chargeable figure. And then when we go to journals, it's in there as a journal so that we can post it back to the bookkeeping package alongside all our adjustments. Once you've completed a set of accounts and a tax return within our software, you'll be able to submit directly to HMRC. So you can submit to HMRC directly from the software, and you'll be able to submit the accounts to Companies House as well. So you've got options to send to client for review. Again, with here, you've got several different options in terms of what you can do with it. You probably won't want to email it as it includes sensitive information in line with GDPR. So we actually integrate with DocuSign, which I've mentioned, which gives your clients their own document management portals where they can access all of those documents that you send them. Having access to their own document management portal, which they can access on their phone, laptop, tablet, means that they can have that constant access to documents that you've already sent. So for example, if they're sat with their financial advisor and they're requesting documents that you've already previously sent them, can be very annoying. It's saving you time from not having to resend documents that you've already sent them. They can log into their portal, access those documents, and print them off or do whatever they need to be doing with those documents at that time. So that pretty much covers some of the brief integration that I wanted to show you in today's webinar. If you do have any questions based off that, I would be more than happy to answer those. We do also have some further integration coming up. Something that's very exciting is the SaaS self-assessment integration that we have with Pixie. So if you are interested in looking at that, we do have a video on our YouTube channel of the two-way integration with Pixie's workflows for our working self-assessment solution, which is available in a web browser. So if you aren't aware of BTC software, the direction of BTC software is to move everything that we can see here on screen, which is a desktop solution, into a web browser. The look and feel of the software will be completely revamped. And obviously, it will alleviate the fact of having a VPN installed onto the machine. You always have the most up-to-date version, and you don't have to worry about backups as well. There's a lot of advantages of web browser-based software, which we recognise as a software house, and so it's important that we've moved in that direction. We've got the wheels in motion already, and by next month we should have corporation tax, accounts production, and self-assessment all available within a web browser, which is very, very exciting. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty of webinars coming off the back of that. Now, just to go back out into my presentation, these are some of the integrations that we offer, so most of which I have mentioned today. Xero, MyDocSafe, FreeAgent, QuickBooks, DocuSign, and MyDocSafe. I believe we are in very early stages of speaking with Sage at the moment to be able to integrate with their bookkeeping packages. It will be the cloud ones, of course, which I think is Sage 1, Sage Business Cloud. I think there's a Line 50, potentially there's a cloud version, I'm not sure, but we'll be able to offer that two-way integration with Sage as well soon. And so if you're interested in the products that we offer, the types of solutions that we offer, the solution suite tends to be the most popular with practices. It covers tax submission. So we cover corporation tax, individual, partnership, and trust tax returns. We've got year-end accounts production. We've seen a little bit of that, a teaser of that almost today, with being able to import a trial balance using APIs from bookkeeping packages, spreadsheets, or we actually do have an incomplete records module, which I haven't mentioned because it's not necessarily saving you time and money. We do know those shoebox of receipts accountants or shoebox of receipts clients aren't necessarily saving anyone any time or money. But obviously moving those onto bookkeeping packages will do. You've got full integration with the tax modules. And one thing that I haven't mentioned as well in there is charity accounts is something that we do offer, which not all other providers do offer. So that is something that we have within our wheelhouse. We've got a company's house filing, so you'll be able to submit directly to company's house directly from our software, whether it's the full set of accounts. You do have an option to send a full set of accounts, but most of the time it'll be the definitive version. We do have abbreviated accounts options as well and abridged. And we do offer practice management. Practice management isn't something that we actually charge for. The direction of BTC software, as well as going web browser based, is to really kind of be the masters of compliance. We don't want to be the jack of all trades, master of none, in that we develop a practice management solution that can't kind of keep up with some of the standalone practice management solutions that are out there at the moment, such as Accountancy Manager. What we want to do is we actually want to integrate with those solutions so that we have accountants using the best of breed, which I think is the approach that accountants seem to be adopting at the moment, which makes a lot of sense. So we don't charge for practice management, but we do have practice management features. So some of those include a report designer in terms of being able to edit your own client covering letters. So you can add your own company logo, signature, footers, backgrounds to those. We've had some existing clients of ours get really creative with those. And we also do have pre-templated reports for things like engagement letters, tax questionnaires, payment reminder letters. But we've also had clients of ours produce even things like newsletters through those template editors. We also have event task tracking, so you can customize events and tasks. All of your system-defined events will be automatically tracked for you. Anything like a tax return or a set of year-end accounts is automatically added into different reports. We have document management, so the ability to upload documents directly into the software, which we've seen today. You've got the ability to file directly to Company's House and HMRC. And then you've got also the customization of client data fields. That can include a client type. It can include even accounts production templates, we actually allow you to edit and create your own. So we've had some of our clients create customized bespoke templates for things like doctors, farmers, schools, taxi drivers, all these sorts of things, specific types of clients. Some add-ons as well that we have are company secretarial. So we do offer a web browser-based company secretarial module. Some features that are available within there include company formations, dividend vouchers, minutes and resolutions, automatic email reminders to clients for types of events, and it's got a two-way integration with Companies House. We also offer the cloud access for the desktop version. Either you can install it onto an existing server, or if you're maybe a sole practitioner, you might install it onto the machine. Otherwise, if you want us to host your database, we do provide that as an option. So we use Amazon Web Services to host the database in the cloud. That gives you remote access and alleviates the need to manually back up the software onto a hard drive. And then we do offer MTD for VAT bridging software as well. So BTC Hub is the platform that houses the MTD for VAT, but will also house ITSA in the future as well. But it's bridging software that allows you to bridge the gap between non-compliant bookkeeping packages and spreadsheets and allows you to submit successfully MTD VAT returns. We do have a group VAT function on there as well, which is pretty handy. So if you're interested in that or any of the services that we do provide, do put a question into the questions box and we can cover those for you, no problem. So some client remit coverage, I think this is important to cover off. These are the types of companies that you can work with specifically for accounts production. We're looking at here, as you can see, that some accounts production templates are listed at the top. So we have limited companies. You've got FRS 102, 102, 1A, and 105. We are potentially investigating an FRS 101 template, but we have very, very few clients that use the 101s. It tends to be our larger clients that tend to use 101s. So we have just got those for the moment, which tends to pretty much cover all bases. You're able to do self-assessment tax returns through our software, partnership tax returns, LLPs, trusts, charities, CICs. I mean, CICs is listed there, but this we're actually working with council voluntary services as well at the moment, and many different types of smaller charities. Our latest template release is a release for receipts and payments, as well as our FRS 102 template we have for charities. We have got the receipts and payments for much smaller charities as well, but also the accruals based is covered within our charities templates. So what actually we provide around the software itself in terms of the modules that we offer? Well, we have installation guidance in that our support team can log onto your machine, download the software, install the machine or install the software on any machines that you need. That also includes cloud setup, so installing VPN on any of the machines that need to access the data, as your data will be stored securely within the cloud. The VPN is pretty much the key that gives you access to that data. We also offer data migration, so we can migrate the data from any suite of packages, including bookkeeping packages. We do have that Companies House integration, as we've seen in today's demo. But the data migration actually is a bulk import of all of your client data. We also offer full telephone product support. So Monday to Friday between 9 and 5:30, you've got unlimited telephone coverage in that you can call in as many times as you like. And you have some email coverage outside of the standard business hours as well. There is help guides within the software, which are called quick start guides, which are pretty much instruction manuals on how to use it. And we've turned all of those and FAQs into videos which can be found on our YouTube channel, including even pre-recorded webinars such as this one can be found on the YouTube channel as well. And we do have some videos and FAQs listed on the website. We do offer product training for new customers, which is a fairly new initiative that we brought into BTC Software. If you are interested in product training, we offer a kind of a one-to-one program where we go over kind of like an overview of the software with your team, or even potentially an area of software that you want to specifically look at, whether it's charity accounts or whether it's limited companies or trusts or whichever. You'll be assigned a designated account manager. which will handle all of your first line questions and also things like renewals, which kind of brings me on to my my final point, in that we offer flexible renewal terms. We don't lock you down into any difficult to exit contracts, any 90-day clauses or anything like that. We have a very high retention rate of BTC software, which we're very much proud of. So we offer very flexible renewal terms in terms of the end of the 12-month contract. So if you are interested in actually having a look at BTC software yourself, there's a few different ways that you can do that. You can get in touch with the sales team. I'll have the the telephone number is there at the moment, but I'll show you the email in a second. You can offer or request for a one-to-one demonstration, in which one of our team, me even, will give you kind of a whistle-stop tour of the software, discuss your requirements and your needs. We also offer a no obligation 7-day free trial of the software. So if you want to have a kind of a play around with the software, you've got full access to practice management, accounts, corporation tax, self-assessment. The only thing that is restricted on the free trial is obviously the filing and the ability to produce accounts without a watermark over the front of them. And then if you wanted to kind of look at some of the YouTube video collateral, you're more than welcome to. And so the site for that, or the link for that, is youtube.com/BTCsoftware. There we are. So that does draw a conclusion to this morning's webinar. We have finished slightly early. I will be sticking around at the end for some questions. So if you do have some questions, feel free to put the questions into the questions box. But this is the new business sales team. If you wanted to get in touch, that's me looking very ginger on the right hand side there at a golf course. Tim, who seems to be in New York, and Tom, who seems to be wrapped up warm. Definitely not the appropriate attire for the current weather we're experiencing, but although it has got a little bit cooler recently, which is good. So if you do have any questions, you're welcome to ask on this particular webinar, and I'll hang around for the next 5 minutes or so. But otherwise, you can contact us directly using the telephone number or the email address. But there we are. I hope you have enjoyed this particular webinar. We'll hope to see you on the next webinar, and any feedback is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.